Well, state lawmakers have now 4 days left in the session, and public safety is proving one of the biggest dividing lines.
Fentanyl has become a flashpoint in that debate, and political reporter Theo Keith is at the Capitol tonight. So, Theo, what are the proposals here?
Well, Senate Republicans want to stiffen penalties for both the sale and possession of fentanyl, putting them on par with heroin. It is just one of a number of proposals from the Senate under a tough on crime banner, but the House isn't yet going along. Fentanyl can be many times more deadly than heroin, but Minnesota prosecutors say the state's fentanyl laws are weaker. Dawn Nyhus is an assistant Sherburne County attorney.
So we could be seeing people who are out in the community possibly distributing a very lethal drug that will not or could not potentially get the same sanctions or the same accountability that someone else would.
At the Capitol, fentanyl has emerged as a sticking point in end-of-session public safety negotiations. Senate Republicans have proposed stiffening the penalties on both sale and possession. House Democrats have said they'd agree to the tougher law on dealing, but not on possession.
And not to continue to victimize those who are addicted to fentanyl.
Nyhus says both need to change, to punish dealers and to keep users in the criminal system for longer, to force them into treatment.
We need to be able to have the resources as prosecutors to do what we can to limit its use on the street, to limit the people who are taking it and dying.
It's one of several places where Republican lawmakers have proposed tougher penalties. Another plan, since dropped, would have extended the mandatory time spent in prison from 2/3 of a total sentence to 3/4. Democrats say the GOP's plans would arrest more people without addressing the cause of crime. Governor Tim Walz says he expects a compromise.
I think you'll see some of that, but I think we need to be smart about it. And again, under some of the estimates, we would have to spend several $billion in enhancing prisons.
The governor and GOP and DFL legislative leaders have agreed to spend $450 million over the next 3 years on the area of public safety, but the initiatives on which to spend that money are proving difficult to agree on. Lawmakers have to pass bills to the governor by Sunday night. Kelsey?
All right. Thank you, Theo.